is going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning in to another edition of On the Road to Victory. I am your host, Jimmy Smith, and I hope you're all having yourselves a great Monday night. We are here for Misery Monday. And look, we're going into the bye week with a horrible loss. It tastes disgusting, but the season is not over, so no need to lose your minds, fire and trading everyone. I see the media pushing those narratives already, but a lot to work on. And we're going to talk about that here tonight. Recap this game 4, give you my reaction in case you missed it last night. We'll talk about everything that happened. We'll take a look at the snap count, discuss that for the offense, defense, special teams, and we'll give you the PFF grades on offense and defense. Take that all with a grain of salt, but I know a lot of you guys like that stuff. So we'll break her down, talk about what the hell this team needs to do here. And my Lord, help us. We'll see if the Eagles decide to make any moves, but I did make a little list here put together of things I think the Eagles could do, should do. We'll see if they do. They do all over our faces yesterday though, so all day at work just sitting here brewing, pissed off about a team that I thought would really get things turned around, bring it back together, but well, no, they didn't do that. So whoo boy, hope you're all having a great start to your week. Appreciate you taking the time. Appreciate you hitting that like button, sharing this stuff, subscribing. I had a very, very long day. Still reeling from just the day of digging and then driving all over, picking up stone. Just a wild, wild day. So I tried to consume as much work as I could without just going back to thinking, what the happened yesterday? So tell me what you guys think about yesterday, how you're feeling, which narrative you're following, or are you not listening to that BS? Let me know how you took this game, this horrible, horrible loss. But let's jump right into it and look at this snap count for the offense here. And again, we'll go through the defense, the special teams, but I want to talk about, what these guys were doing out here. And, you had a lot of the wide receivers, Jahan Dotson. I mean, he's been out there, but haven't really been seeing much of anything. So, regardless, let's take a look here. You see Fred Johnson. He replaced Lane Johnson there. And obviously, this offensive line, completely different when you don't have Lane. I like Fred Johnson, but didn't have the greatest of games, unfortunately. But there were all kinds of injuries. Dickerson was playing center at one point. We talked about that being a possibility. Steen was in there for a minute. I mean, so much was being moved around. But I just think that, you had Gates there to be the backup center. So it was weird. Moving Dickerson, it is what it is. This whole damn game was just ass. So whatever with the offensive line. Let's get Lane Johnson back. Let's stay healthy. Obviously Jalen Hurts, the quarterback out there playing all the snaps. I think clearly he needs to clean up these turnovers. I don't know what else to say there. He's still a great quarterback. I don't care what the media is saying. They've been waiting for him to have a bad game. Patrick Mahomes is almost having just as bad a season. You don't hear anything about how he's a bust. He needs to be traded. Everybody sucks. So it is what it is, but Hurts knows he needs to be better. New system here. We talked about could see some mistakes to start the season. I don't want to see this many. We need that to be cleaned up. Simple as that. Running back, dude, 32 snaps for Barkley, 25 for Gainwell. Let's just not use Saquon Barkley. That sounds like a great idea, right? Let's not run the damn ball. 10 times he ran the ball. He had 84 yards, but that's it. 2 catches for 32 yards there. But this is somebody that you got to be getting the ball to nonstop, especially when A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith are out. Just don't understand it. But, Gainwell did get more snaps because, the game kind of was ass at the end, but whatever. And you also see Van Sumeren in there for one offensive play. That's because he actually played fullback. So interesting, using a fullback there. Shipley was in for a snap as well, but whatever. Again, Dotson was in there for 49 of the 57 offensive snaps. Did jack shit. This entire receiving core, 7 catches, 34 yards. That's ass. That's pure ass. Wow. Just 4.6 yards per catch. Holy shit. Okay, so obviously you're missing A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith, 2 of the best receivers in the game. But Dotson needed to step it up. These other guys did. Obviously, Wilson got a concussion, so that's unfortunate. But, geez, oh, my God. John Ross had 12 snaps. that's where we're at. Goddard was in there for 36 snaps, 27 for Calcaterra, 22 for Stoll there. Goddard had 7 catches, 62 yards, but it just, that drop at the beginning of the game, I felt like you could taste it right then. It was like we really needed to get something going there. Didn't like that. Didn't like the overthrow there on Barkley wide open. So a lot of stupid misplays that could have really had this game going in a different direction. But that's football, man. That is the way it goes. And, I will show you, there are some special teamers here that just strictly play special teams, and that was Burks and Ricks. Obviously, Lovato, Elliott, and Mann there. So you can see that's why Burks and Ricks were there. But let's look at the defensive snaps here. And as you can see, at the edge, Sweat 41, snaps 33 for Huff, 32 for Graham, 31 for Smith, and Jalix Hunt got 5. And I've been begging for more Jalix Hunt. We need to get younger here because we're not creating any kind of pass rush. I think the Eagles need to look to possibly add there. If they're not going to do that, God help us. We need these young guys to step it up. Bryce Huff needs to find something here, dude. He had like 1 pressure, and it was because nobody was even blocking him. So we really needed this bye week. I'm going to be real with you. But the interior D-line, Carter had 52 snaps, 37 for Davis and Ajomo there. Milton Williams, 30. Booker had 24. And we did absolutely nothing. These guys did not generate anything. They were running the ball all over us. So, ass. Linebacker, 75 snaps for Dean, 71 for Bond. Trotter was out there for a few. No doubt. Dean looked like complete crap in this game. This defense was just pure crap, missing tackles, and just I don't know what they were doing out there. It really made me want to lose my mind. And I'll show you my list here in a second, and we'll talk about some of this. But cornerback, you can see Quinyon Mitchell leading the way with 77. Maddox with 69. And you see Cooper DeJean there with 1. Oh, my God. Please make that the complete opposite. Cooper DeJean getting the snaps. Maddox not. Please. Slay there with 68. Obviously, Rodgers came in. He was banged up, the heat, whatever. Holy hell, Rodgers making that mistake on special teams. And then, of course, he gets the block. Ringo takes back for 2. So I was like, all right. Still a very stupid mistake by Rodgers. You saw Reed Blankenship went down. Tristan McCollum came in. It was just complete shit show out there. I'm not going to lie. Quinyon Mitchell continues to impress. He did give up some catches, but continues to look good here. So good for them. But this team, oh God, dude. Again, we talked about this before the season started. Maybe this bye week will be a blessing in disguise because of injuries. But maybe we need to come together. They're having some mistakes. It's new coordinators. I didn't imagine it being as bad as it looked yesterday. And look, it's one game, but you've seen a lot of the same stuff. Nick Sirianni seeming to lose stuff. So, boy, we got some things to get together. I'm going to show you my list here in a second. But let me pop over to the comments here. And yo, my man, appreciate you tuning in. Hope you're doing well. And hey, I wouldn't do that, man. Only the drifters do that. So glad you're on board here. Great time coming. Jesus, yeah, they better come to somebody, dude. They better figure it out real quick. But it's always go Birds. Tiffany, appreciate you tuning in. And yeah, he's our number 1 corner. He is a stud. He is the future. And we talked about some things that I think should happen sooner rather than later. So here was my post, my reaction last night, sitting there trying to fit all these characters in. And here's my to-do list. So go get yourself an edge. Continue to have Jalix Hunt as actual part of this rotation, not just garbage time. Put him in this rotation. I want to see what he's got. He was a pre-draft fit for me in this draft. Let's effing go. Trade Slay. Look, he's still got some left in the tank, but continues to get burnt. And just his demeanor. Like, not only is he a weirdo about stuff, like, he also, and like a dick to people, but when he has games like this, he should be a leader. And what he does instead is like post his career stats and like talk shit to people. And it's like, dude, then he goes on like Cowboys podcasts and he's jerking them off. And it's like, look, bro, that's just not how I get down. So for me, I've said this over and over again. I would have Rodgers or Ringo out there. And, Rodgers didn't exactly look the greatest, but regardless, I think that one of those young guys should be the starter opposite of Mitchell with DeJean as that starting nickel, as you can see below there. So let's get the youth movement going here. I don't see why not. And, we've talked about this for a few weeks, and I wish I would have brought this thought of this earlier, but Brian Dawkins made a post talking about, like, it could be a blessing in disguise, this, that, the other thing. Fletch kind of said the same thing. And that's what I've been saying, for a while now. I didn't want to lose and have to go into this bye like, we better pick it up. But it's like, dude, holy hell. So let's get that youth movement going here. Maybe it's a blessing in disguise, these guys, growing pains. But the next thing you can see here, use or trade Devin White and Isaiah Rodgers. So for me, I would use them. I don't understand, and again, if you're going to go with the youth movement, but you're using Avonte Maddox, dude. I understand you want to play Quinyon Mitchell outside. Maybe you don't like Rodgers inside, but I would much rather have Rodgers sucking ass inside than Avonte Maddox doing it, because he is really doing it. And Devin White, he's a pro. And I thought this is a dude that was a former All-Pro that could be something in this defense. And, he loses the job to Nakobe Dean, but I thought the two could be paired together. Bond looking great, so you don't want to sit him, but I don't know, man. Dean, he's got a ways to go there. Still developing, still a young man. Missed a season there, so got to give him time. But you got Devin White here. And I don't think these dudes just want to sit around with their thumb up their ass. So let's make some moves, man. If you can get something in return, do that. Use them. That would be my preference. But do something. Do something. I'm poking them with a stick right now. That's what I'm doing. Activate Sidney Brown. Can't wait for that to happen. Anaya Smith. Look, I know a lot of people were pretty rough on him in the offseason. Dude, he's a rookie. Let's chill on the everybody's a bust, fire, cut, trade everyone a week after something bad happens. Like, this dude, he's talented, but we talked about it. He was one of my pre-draft fits, just like Sidney Brown, just like Jalen Sun. Look, Anaya Smith, for a reason, this dude can do it all. And he's a gadget player. Somebody can help in the return game with Covey banged up. That would be great. And this receiving core is just decimated at this moment. We're hoping AJ and Devontae come back healthy, but another weapon would be great. I'm hoping that this young man can continue to develop, but just like we talked about before the draft, it's going to take him some time. And with him being banged up, that unfortunately kind of hinders that. So let's not just think he's coming back and, he's saving the day. I'm just saying that's something I'm looking forward to. Get healthy at wide receiver and O-line. And, I was almost going to say, like, get back to, fundamentals. But I think these guys have effing said that so many times that we don't need to hear that anymore, right? I think we all know they're getting back to fundamentals. Like, okay, thanks. But, there's things you could do here that would fix a lot of the defensive issues. Offense, man, I think you just got to get healthy. You've seen what this team is capable of doing. Saquon Barkley, A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith. Like, stay patient. This offense, I think they'll get clicking. Jalen Hurts clean up the turnovers, and it'll get easier when your offensive line and wide receivers are healthy. And the defense, well, it just showed you, you got to have a pass rush. For this defense to work, it does work. I promise you, it is hated by, Hall of Famers, greatest of all-time quarterback like Tom Brady, guys like Sean McVay, Kyle Shanahan, because it does work when the players are executing. And you're not seeing any execution. And I know you want Vic Fangio's 90-year-old ass out there tackling people, but he can't do that. And, you got to have people actually tackling. That is such a key fundamental that they have to just start doing. And it drives me insane that we're sitting here talking about tackling. So you could blame, that's coaching. Yeah, sure. You got to coach them up, but these guys got to be able to go out there. Dude, I don't know what I watched yesterday. Oh, weren't ready for the heat. We weren't wrong. It's like, son of a, I'm not letting them use their stupid ass excuses. So, oh, my Lord, help us all. No doubt. No doubt. And hello to you, Liz. Hope you enjoyed the game. I can't believe they did that. You get to go see him, and that's what they put out there. So I apologize for that. I don't know what they were doing there, but good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Hope you had safe travels, and hope you had a good time before the game at least. And try to have the best of time you possibly could after, but I know it's not easy. Pretty shitty taste in my mouth. Jason, what's going on? Hope you're having a great night. But my Lord, went through, just talked about the snap count, talked about what I would do to change this team. But let's look at this PFF stuff. I know you guys love these PFF grades. So actually, no, before I give you that list, I just want to show you the top 5 players here. So you got Mailata at the top. Nobody over an 80 grade. Well, that's great. Barkley there at second. Sweat, Graham, Goddard there at the bottom. So fantastic. But let's look at the offense here. Mailata doing his thing, although at times I didn't see him doing his thing. Saquon Barkley, didn't use him. Dallas Goedert kind of used him, but I mean, they knew we were going to try to use him. We needed receivers to step up, didn't do that. C. Jurgens there, then Becton. Paris Gamble in there doing his thing, but still 59.3. Dickerson, then Dotson, then Stoll, Calcaterra, Ross, Wilson, Jalen Hurts, 51.3. Son of a Gainwell there, and then Fred Johnson. Not doing so great out there. Horrible in pass protection. Son of a bitch. But that's what the offense looked like. Not great. Not great. And then on defense, you can see Sweat at the top with Graham. That's good. You know, the pass rusher's finally doing something, but let's get to some of those other guys doing something as well. Milton Williams, Booker. Then you got Slay and Mitchell, Carter, Huff, Bond, Ojomo, Maddox, Jordan Davis getting down in the Terry territory, McCollum, Blankenship, Nolan Smith, Nakobe Dean, and then Gardner Johnson there at the bottom. So, yikes. This team, I honestly, man, there's no excuse, but we've talked about this. Like, we expected growing pains. I just didn't expect them to be this bad and having to, like, go this far. Like, we've got a long ways to go. But, hey, man, what did we say in the schedule release show? Maybe it's a blessing in disguise. Maybe we'll have injuries, and we do, but we need to get our shit together. So we need this little break, these couple weeks, get it together. This week, figure it out. No partying, taking your vacations. Hit the lab, man, and get it figured out because this team has a lot of talent. And, again, a lot of young talent on defense, and I think as people get more comfortable in this defense, we talk about it rather than, thinking and then reacting, just reacting, right? So it's a very, very complicated defense that we talked about, and just understanding your keys and understanding what your rotation is, when it just there. If you guys watch that video, we break it down into detail and try to simplify as well, where, this for them is 10 times more complicated than anything we talk about. So I try to be understanding of that, especially with young players and just people being new to it. That's fine. But dude, you need to see something. And we saw it last week, man. The Saints, like, top scoring team in the league, and they did great. So it's there, man. It is there. There is a glimmer of hope, I promise you. But, if they play like that, whew. But the great thing is they don't have to play like that. It's a long season. This is the bye week here. Again, you get it together here, and then you got a long stretch ahead of you where you better stay healthy. You better get it figured out. And it may take a couple weeks after that. But if you come out looking like ass, dude, that ain't going to work for any of us, dude. We die hard to have your back, and we're going to be right here. But the problem is, let's take a look here. This schedule coming up. You got, the bye, and then right after, you got the Browns, the Giants, Bengals, Jags. So, a home game, you should be able to beat the Browns. Got a great defense. Jim Schwartz coming back with this offense. You should be able to shut them down. You should be able to put points on this defense. I don't give a damn. The Giants, you should be able to beat them. The Bengals, you can beat them. The Jaguars, you should beat them. These are all teams you should come out swinging. Then you got the Cowboys, man, and that's, going to be a tough task. The Commanders are looking good right now. The Rams, if they have their pieces back, they'll be a challenge. And the Ravens. So you got, 4 games you should win, 4 tough challenges, and every game's a challenge. Don't get me wrong. Bengals will be a challenge. Browns will. I'm just saying. And the Giants, it's a divisional matchup, so you don't sleep on them. Then you got the Panthers, Steelers, Commanders, and, that divisional run at the end there. So, look, you get it figured out right now. It's as simple as that, and you can. These are games where you can really build on. And even this last game, you can build on that, man. And it was ass. There's nothing I can tell you to make you feel better about what you saw yesterday because there's nothing I can tell myself to feel better. I was just pissed off all day because that's not the team I love, man. That's just embarrassing. Embarrassing. Terrible. I'm not out yet. Yeah. Well, a terrible team, unfortunately, and I wish it was all on Sirianni, and I wish it was all on Hurts or Fangio. And I know people are pointing fingers at individuals, and we got to fire and trade everyone, but I just want us to get it together. That's what I want us to do because that's what we knew going into the season would have to be done. They got to get it together. Got to get things figured out. So, and I bet felt like 105 instead at one point. Like, holy shit. But yeah, but these guys, you'd think they would have gone like indoor facilities and trained this week. with that hot heat, but you don't know with the hurricanes what was going on and all that stuff. But you got to be ready, man. And obviously, you can do all you could try, but it's still going to kick your ass. So it is what it is. And yeah, man, it tells you a lot. And I know you guys like that stuff. That's why I tell you take it with a grain of salt. But it gives you an idea of what was going on. So, yeah, and that's tough to have to go through that. That really blows. So, yikes. But glad you made it safe. And it was. Obi, it was pure misery. It was really one of the worst games I watched in a while because it started off like I was furious. Like I was straight up, pacing, getting up. I was angry, bro. And then you talk about every time I thought a little bit of hope. Like, okay, if we get this go, turnover up, stupid ass penalty up, stupid ass play up, defense giving up. And I just like, all right, man, getting more and more pissed off because I'm trying to like, okay, if we do this, and like it would all come to fruition what we were talking about, and like, oh, this is what we need to do, and then they just dude, over and over again. I was like, I'm gonna lose my shit, and I really did not enjoy it. So yeah, that's hilarious. Yeah, I don't know that the best GM in the NFL is our issue, but I do see a lot of the media people trying to get people riled up, and hey, they do good at it, man. So it is what it is. Join you and my sister. Yeah, look, you got to look at the good times, right? And then, hey, we lost, but maybe this sparks something. That's all you can hope for, right? So it is what it is. Since Doug, yeah, I wish, man, I really do. But yeah, it has been. I think Sirianni's like the most winning coach in Eagles history. So it has been. It just feels like, the media is getting people riled up, and I get that, but like it just feels that way because we've sucked since the end of last season and then the start of this season. So it really leaves a sour taste in your mouth. So got to get it figured out, man. You really do. So, and yeah, you see Doug Peterson, he's about to get fired. That's wild how bad they're doing. But yeah, I definitely don't want to go worse route. I want to get better. That's where my head's at. So, and yeah, that's what I was just saying, dude. I really feel like just watching this team, like, revenge game. I was pumped up all week. We're going to kick your ass. Yeah, let's go. And yeah, we talked about it. It's going to be a tough game. They got these weapons. Don't sleep on them. Yeah, they're struggling this season so far, but don't let this be the game they wake up, and they effing woke up. Oh, bro, what the hell did we watch? Like, pure ass. And the players just seem like, whatever, dude. Like, and I get it. It was hot. But, like, I didn't see anybody with a fire lit under their ass. And I didn't see I want to see people in each other's faces getting pumped up. And I know a lot of fans get offended about that stuff and upset when, players are doing stuff that players do. But I love that shit. I used to play football, so I get that. What that moment is, rallying the troops. So we need to see more of that, more leadership from the coaches, players. Everybody just get their head out of their ass. We are not going down the same road we did last year. You better be effing pissed off all week getting these dudes in there and getting pissed off. That's all we need, man. And it was bad. Like, I was legit, like, angry because I was up all day. I was like, I got all this food ready, did all this stuff, dude. It was just like, all right, now I'm going to finally relax. We got another Sunday, 1 o'clock game. Yeah! You son of a... And then just ruined my weekend. So, yeah, it blew ass. Saying he didn't prepare the players for the game. And I don't think he said that, but no doubt. That sucks, though, that you were out there in that weather. Yeah, man, and that's what I mean. Like, you got to be able to be ready for that. And, like, I understand it's different weather. So, like, when you're playing in the hot all the time and you go to the cold, like, that does affect you. It's a real thing. Like, your body is not ready for it. Totally get it. What I don't get is everyone pussing out and not being back in the game. People missing the whole game. Like, bring some effing pickle juice and let's effing dance, baby. Like, different times. But I don't want to see anybody hurt. That's not what I'm saying. I just don't. I don't get it anymore, man. Like, that's not what I wanted to watch, and again, here's the cool thing. The media is going to push their narrative. You're going to hear the whiny little bitch fans. Oh, everybody, fire everyone. I hate my life. Okay, cool. For me, it's week 4. So still have that over 3 quarters of the season left. So I'm going to hope they use it to get better. And just like we talked about in the offseason, if you see bumpy roads, no need to jump ship because there could be bumpy roads. Again, you don't ever prepare for when it's actually a shit show, but it's not that much of a shit show. That Falcons game, you were only allowing 15 points. And then you give the game away at the end. Unacceptable, right? But you answer back, you come against the Saints, and defense did great, right? So it's like, okay. But then you see this. So it's like, you can see, like, there are definitely some issues, but, like, the missed tackling and stuff like that, like, you can sit here and blame the coaches, but, like, dude, you just got to not be a bitch and make the tackle. Like, I don't care how hot you are or what is going on there, but I guess just we're going to use excuses and, nah, man, we ain't going to get down like that. But, again, I hope they don't. I hope they just figure it out, get pissed off, use this, and let it propel them. And, again, you're getting A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, Lane Johnson back. Like, that's really big. Like, that, and we talk about that list of things to do. Like, if you start using some of those players, or maybe you trade and add somebody, like, things could get much better, and they will. They will on offense, and you got to just hope that the defense you saw against the Saints, like, they're going to bring that. And they did great against the Falcons and did pretty damn good against the Packers there, too, and had their issues for sure. But you got to clean this shit up. You got to get it together. I mean, it's as simple as that. So that's what I'm going to hope for. And like I said, if we lose this game, it's going to be unbearable for the next couple of weeks. So strap in. You're going to hear the bandwagon fans. You're going to hear the media. Everybody losing it. And look, again, you have every right to be pissed off about that game because it was unacceptable. But you don't have to jump ship. Season's over. No effing way, baby. The season just began. So I'm not going to sit here for, all these weeks and listen to everyone just be a little whiny bitch. That is not what we're doing here. What we're going to do is continue to do what we do. And that's break down how we fix things, how we get better. And in this bye week, that's what we're about to do. Got a little trade show for you, some free agents available for you. I've got the cap space, all of the draft picks, everything you need to know during this little bye week here where we can see how this team can improve outside the walls. So we'll do that too. Don't worry, man. But look, this still blows. I did not want this for a bye because now you got to see her 2 weeks waiting for these ugly-ass Browns. I hate it. Yeah, I don't know who told you it was good, but it definitely was not. It was bad coaching, bad playing. It was really bad. But yeah, I think we all know that it was bad, for sure. But like I said, that's why I prefer, not to just repeat the same things over and over again than what the media is saying. I just like to talk about, looking at that snap count, the PFF grades you take with a grain of salt, please. But give you an idea of what's going on here, what needs to be fixed. And this upcoming week here that we are in is going to be filled with shows explaining what I would do to help this team improve. And you've got some answers right here already. And if not, well, I've got some more answers for you out there. But that is all I've got for you here tonight. If you guys are watching this later, you have any thoughts, you're watching right now, you think of something later, you got anything going on, you can always reach out. I'm always here for you guys, always down to talk birds. You got something going on in life, always here to be a friend for you guys. You start tackling. You got to start tackling. You have to. Everyone talking, yeah, dude, I ain't doing it. So I'll do my best, Liz, to get out content for you guys when I get home from work. Hell, I wait to take showers until I make these shows for you guys because I know you're all dying out there and I don't want to leave you all day, but unfortunately I work very, very long days. So, getting up at 5 a.m. and then it literally leaves me no time. I was driving all over Narnia today, got home 7:30. I'm like, this is insane. I got to try to put this stuff together. It's just been a wild day. So I promise you, I'm going to do my best to get shows out every day. If I miss any, I do apologize. But we'll be right back to it the next week. Behind Enemy Lines with the Browns. We'll talk about everything you need to know about them. But this week here, from Tuesday on to next, so tomorrow until the next Monday, I'm going to have some shows out there for you. Trade stuff, again, free agent stuff, cap stuff, draft stuff, all the ammo you need to know about. I mean, you can go find that if you want on the YouTube. There's playlists. There's all kinds of stuff for you guys to check out. If you want information, it's already out there. But I'll try to combine it all, give you guys what you need. So bear with us, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be a tough couple of weeks here. But I don't listen to them ever, but right now I would recommend you guys just run as fast as you can. That's what's up. Awesome. Very cool that you got to do it. See, I'm glad you had some at least good time, some family time, got to meet other families. That's what's up. Quinn Mitchell, big part of this future. Can't wait. And yeah, we're getting there, Tiffany. But let's go. So glad you had a good time. Sorry that they just crapped all over you. But you know what? What if they go and make it up to you, get their shit together, and go win that Super Bowl? How about that? That's where I'm at. And anything can happen, but they've got a long ways to go if they want to get that trophy. So get it together. We're all counting on you, Eagles, but we ain't jumping ship like these new age fans. We're right here. There ain't no cowboy in our bloodstream at all. You cut it open and it's pure green, baby. Let's effing go. But have yourselves a great Monday night. Have a great week regardless. Don't let this loss tear you down. Have hope for the future. A lot of young players, a lot of money to be had in picks that we could be adding more. So, and even if we don't, we've got things in house that I think we could figure it out. But we'll talk about it all week. Have yourselves a great week. Until next time, though, I am Jimmy Smith, and this is On the Road to Victory. You all stay safe out there, and as always, say it with me now. Go Birds!